The left likes to scream racism, and talk about what bigots we are, and especially if you're coming against anything that they're trying to do. But I do have a video from a black Harvard professor that he decided to go out and find out and prove his point, and find out for himself how bigoted and racist we are, especially with regard to our police departments. And he decided to put together some data, and guess what? He came up with a completely different conclusion. If you go ahead and play that clip.
Back to 1991, I don't like the police very much. So I was biased against the police. I'm not, that's obvious. This is going to be the easiest paper I ever write. I'm going to go get some data. I'm going to go show that the police are biased. So I set up ride-alongs in Camden, Philadelphia, Houston, some places in Massachusetts to ride along with the police. I don't think I've received a better education since my grandmother taught me to read. It's a hard job. And I know that sounds obvious sitting on a stage. It's a really hard job. End of a 12-hour shift in Camden. And we get a call for a potential overdose in a row house. It's an abandoned building. We bust in. Person dies within 6 feet of me. It shook me up a little bit. And so I looked at the guys I was with and I said, yo, how about beers on me? We should leave here, let the paramedics take over, we should go. And they said, we got to go back to work. And I said, but we just saw somebody die. And the police chief overheard me, and he was incredulous. He says, Roland, if I gave everybody a break every time someone died, no one would cover the shifts. Through these experiences, long story short, I collected a lot of data. And those experiences helped me understand what types of data to collect. We collected millions of observations on everyday use of force that wasn't lethal. We collected thousands of observations on lethal force. So what my paper showed, you'll see tomorrow, was that yes, we saw some bias in the low-level uses of force, every day pushing up against cars and things like that. People seem to like that result. But we didn't find any racial bias in police shootings. That was really surprising to me because I expected to see it. The little-known fact is I had 8 full-time RAs that it took to do this over nearly a year. When I found this surprising result, I hired 8 fresh ones and redid it to make sure. They came up with the same exact answer, and I thought it was robust. And I went to go give it, and my God, all hell broke loose. It was a 104-page, dense, academic economics paper with a 150-page appendix, okay? It was posted for 4 minutes when I got my first email. This is full of shit. And I wrote back, how'd you read it that fast? That's amazing. The thing about it is, people lose their minds when they don't like the result. The importance of being thought of someone, of being an actual truth teller is so, so very important.